Hello everyone, this is Lata Akula. In this video, we are going to study about different types of fruits in detail. The first one we have studied in our classification was the simple fruit. In that a simple fruit, how it is formed? It is formed from the Syncarpus ovary, right? Syncarpus ovary. From the single flower, the fruit will be developed. That is called a simple fruit. Again, the simple fruit is divided into two types. The pericarp of, depending upon the nature of the pericarp, there were two types. They are dry and fleshy. And again in dry there are two types. One is a dry indehiscent and dry dehiscent. In dry indehiscent, what happens? Here the seeds will not be distributed by the breaking of the pericarp, right? Here how only by the decomposition of the pericarp after drying, the decomposition of the pericarp that releases the seeds. There are several examples here. The first one is caryopsis. Here in this, the fruit wall or pericarp is completely fused with the seed coat, that is called as caryopsis. Example, wheat, maize and rice. And second example is acne. In this, the fruit wall not completely attached to the seed coat. Here, caryopsis, what happens? The fruit wall was completely fused with the seed coat, that is called as caryopsis. Whereas in acne, the fruit wall is not completely, it is partially attached to this. Example, mirabilis. And third one is Cypsela. In this, the calyx, we know that calyx is the axillary part. The calyx will be hairy like structure which is called as pappus, and this pappus helps in the distribution or dispersal of the seeds or fruit. Example, sunflower and ginea. Next one is the nut. In this, the pericarp, that is outer layer, the fruit wall is hard and woody or stony in structure. It is very hard. That is called as a nut. Example, lychee, which is also called as a marking nut. Next, anacardium, which is called as cashew nut. Trapa, trapa is nothing but water chestnut and oak. All this will come under nuts. And the second one is the dry dehiscent. Dry dehiscent, what happens in this? The fruit will, after drying, that will be automatically burst open and disperse the seeds. In that, important ones are the legume or pod. In that legume or pod, here the fruit dehisces by, for example, this is a fruit. The fruit dehisces by margins. It will open and then the seeds will be distributed, dispersed. Example, gram, pea and lentil. And siliqua. In the siliqua, the base to apex, here for example, this is a fruit. From the base to apex, the fruit will open and disperse the seeds. If that is happening, that is called as siliqua, which is seen in the mustard, brassica members such as mustard, radish. In that, the fruit is called as siliqua. This is about dry fruit. And if we see the fleshy or succulent fruit, there are so many examples are seen. The first one is drupe. Drupe is nothing but it is a one-seeded. How many seeds are present? Only one seed is present. The pericarp is differentiated into three layers, right? Epicarp, mesocarp and stony endocarp. The epicarp is, if you see example of the mango, the epicarp is skinny, the outer layer, right? And the mesocarp is juicy and fleshy, and the endocarp is stony and hard structure. That is regarding the mango. And another example is the Cocos nucifera. So for the drupe, these are the two examples very important, mango and coconut. Scientific name of the coconut is the Cocos nucifera. Here if you see the Cocos nucifera, in this the mesocarp is fibrous. So by means of those that fibrous mesocarp is used for making the coir, right? Hence this is also Cocos nucifera is also called a fibrous drupe. What is another name of this Cocos nucifera or coconut? It is also called as fibrous drupe because the mesocarp is fibrous, which is used for making the coir. And another one is a berry. This they consist of one to many seeds are present. In this, the epicarp is skinny, mesocarp is fleshy, and endocarp is membranous. assume the examples of tomato, guava, and papaya. So how it is? Epicarp will be skinny, right? And the mesocarp is fleshy and juicy. And the endocarp consists of membranous layers. That is called as berry. Examples of the tomato, guava, papaya, grape, brinjal, and chili. So in betel nut, there is only one seed is present. Hence, that is called betel nut is called as one-seeded berry. So what is the example for one-seeded berry? Betel nut. And next one is pepper. Pepper is also called as hard-walled berry. If this berry consists of outer layer, that is called as pepper. Here what happens? In this, the epicarp is skinny, right? But it is not that much hard. But here pepper, the epicarp that is skinny is very hard, and the mesocarp and endocarp are fleshy. Here in this, the endocarp is membranous, but here mesocarp and endocarp both are fleshy in nature. And in this pepper examples, we can say that cucumber, gourds such as bitter gourd, bottle gourd, and watermelons. In these gourds, we can see the bitterness, right? That bitterness of these gourds is because of the release of tetracyclic triterpenes in those pepper. So, because of the release of these chemical substance, sometimes we feel bitterness in the some gourds and cucumber also. So, this is about the pepper. Next one is the pome. Pome, in this what happens? Fleshy edible thalamus. Here what happens is actually the ovary is it is inferior ovary which is embedded inside the thalamus. The thalamus completely encloses the inner part of the ovary. Hence, here whatever the fruit we are eating, the juicy structure in apple and pear is nothing but the edible part of the edible part is nothing but thalamus only, and the real fruit is present inside the thalamus. So hence it is called as pseudocarp. The pome is also called as pseudocarp or fast fruit. Apple is called as fast fruit because that was not developing. The fruit is not developing from the ovary, it is developing from the thalamus. And next one is Hesperidium. Hesperidium here, the epicarp and mesocarp are skinny, and endocarp, it is a distinct chambers. Different chambers are present. Inside those chambers, they have juicy ciliated or hairy structures are seen. Example, orange and citrus. We can assume the fruit, we can easily identify the cactus. So we know that epicarp and mesocarp are the structures, and endocarp will be folded inward and form the distinct chambers. Inside that, there are several juicy hairy structures are seen. Example, orange and citrus. That is about the Hesperidium. Next one is Balastra. In Balastra, epicarp is leathery, very thick and leathery, and endocarp is also membranous. But here the seeds will be distributed all over the fruit, and the seeds consist of juicy texture and which will be edible. Examples for this is the pomegranate. So Balastra example is the pomegranate. Here examples and the name of the fruit is the very important. Once again I will revise the names. Simple fruit, dried hyacinth, indehiscent. Dried hyacinth, the first one is caryopsis. In the caryopsis, fruit wall and the seed coat was completely fused. Example, wheat, maize, rice. And acne, the fruit wall and seed coat was not completely fused. That is partially fused. That is called as acne. Example, mirabilis. Cripsella. Cripsella, in this, the calyx is a hairy like, and which is called as pappus and helps in the dispersal of the seed or fruit. Example, sunflower and chinia. Nut example here, the pericarp is stony or woody and hard structure. Example, lychee, cashew nut and trapa, walnut, oak also. Dried dehiscent fruit example, legume or pod. In this, dehiscence of the by margins, it is called as legume. And silicua, base to apex, if the dehiscence occurs, that is called as silicua. Example, brassicaceae members like mustard, radish, etc. Next, fleshy and succulent. Excuse me. The first one is a drupe. It is very important. In this drupe, we can say examples of mango and Cocos nucifera. In the mango, the epicarp is skinny, Mesocarp is fleshy and juicy, and endocarp is stony. And in Cocos nucifera, the mesocarp is fibrous, which is used for making a coir. Hence, it is also called as fibrous drupe. And another one is the berry. In this one to many seeds are present in berry, and it consists of epicarp, which is skinny. Mesocarp is fleshy, and endocarp is membranous. Examples: tomato, guava, papaya, grape, brinjal, and chili. And in this, the betel nut, only one-seeded berry is the betel nut. And then next one is pepper. Hard-walled berry is called as pepper. Here, the epicarp is thick and skinny. Mesocarp, endocarp are the fleshy and edible parts. In this, sometimes we feel bitterness because of the release of the chemical called tetracyclic triterpenes. What is the chemical? Tetracyclic triterpenes was the cause of the bitterness of the cucumber gourds, and watermelon also example for the pepper. Oh, in this fleshy edible thalamus is seen, which is not the true fruit, that is the pseudocarp. Whatever we are eating is the thalamus only. The true fruit is hidden inside the thalamus. Example, apple and pear. Next, Hesperidium. Hesperidium, in this, epicarp and mesocarp are skinny, and endocarp was folded inside and develops into the distinct chambers. Inside those distinct chambers, the juicy, hairy structures will be seen. Example, orange, citrus fruits. Hesperidium. Next, Ballasta. In this, epicarp is leathery, endocarp is membranous, and the seeds will be distributed throughout the fruit, which will be juicy and edible. Example, pomegranate. So we have completed the types of simple fruit, right? And this is the aggregate fruit. Here we have studied already how the aggregate fruit is formed. It is formed from the polycarpellary epocarpus ovary. Polycarpellary means it contains many carpels, and epocarpus, that means those carpels are not fused, they are free in nature, and each carpel forms individual fruitlet. Those fruitlets will aggregate to form the aggregate fruit. Here, in this, the aggregation of the simple fruits born on epocarpus ovary of a single flower, that is called as atario. What is atario? Aggregation of these simple fruits born by the epocarpus ovary, that is called as atario. This atario is of several types, that is atario of acants, that is called as strawberry. Atario of berries, it is called as arthrobatris. If the follicles are aggregated, that is form the delphinium, and several groups will be aggregated to form the raspberry. And another one is a multiple or composite fruit. It is nothing but the entire fruit that developed from the inflorescence. It is of two types depending on the type of the inflorescence. The first one is the sorosis. In this, the flowers fuses, the inflorescence containing the single flowers will fuse together by means of the sepals or perianth. Here the type of inflorescence is called as catkin inflorescence. It is a type of inflorescence. Example, jackfruits, mulberry and pineapple are formed from the catkin inflorescence. And another one is the cyconus. Here the fruit is developed from hypanthodium inflorescence. Example, ficus. So with this we have completed the fruit.